Folks, it's your boy Dan Noobguy here, and I'm bringing you my first replay of the channel, based in the IS-5 on the map Corellia, in an assault game with me defending the cap. So we'll start the game and then we'll see how it goes. So in this replay I aim to kind of talk a bit at the start about the IS-5 and then go into more detail about the game as I progress, and we'll see how it continues. So as you can see, the game is a 34%er. Most of their best players are top tiers: E50, WZ111, the T54E1, all great players, better than myself, better than most players on our team. However, we have some good players too. We have the charioteer. I'm a fairly decent player, and we also have the two light tanks at the bottom. But the fact that their tanks are top tier does give them a slight edge over us. So, the IS-5. The IS-5 is based on the IS-8 hull. It has 120mm of frontal hull armour, arranged in the pike nose, much like the IS-3 of the same tier, and the IS-8 and the IS-7 of the tiers above. This allows it to pull off a good range of frontal bouncers, and help deal with same tier and lower tier tanks. It also has 200mm of front turret armour and a good amount of side turret armour, as well as 120mm of side hull armour as well, allowing it to side scrape fairly well, much similar to its IS-3 brother. However, side scraping in the tank will expose your pike nose to flatter shots, minimising the angle and allowing people to penetrate more shells. So as you can see, I've just spotted, or a few seconds earlier, I spotted my clanmate Kusama in his T29, and me and Kusama are going to do some good work together in this game to try and achieve a strong game. Here, I come up, I'm scoping for a shot on the turret cheek of the Carnarvon, end up flying my shot into the ground, and that's due to the low accuracy of the gun and also a fairly long aim time. It's roughly the same gun as the IS-3, so can derp around for you a bit sometimes. Here you see me plant a shot into the lower plate of the Jagdtiger and then bounce a shot from the Jagdtiger straight on top of my hull, on top of my turret there. I'm scoping another shot on the Jagdtiger, but decide not to waste the shot, as at that angle hitting his side armour is definitely not going to penetrate. Their 5100 now pushes around the flank. I plant a shot into his side and then decide we can't afford to let this green player in the 5100 sit on our flank. Kusama decides the same thing, and we decide to press home our advantage and try and kill him fast. I roll aggressively down the slope with my fairly good top speed, and is in the same regards, it's very similar to an IS-3 in its manoeuvrability. It's fairly manoeuvrable for a heavy tank. Here I take a shot in the rear from the Tiger 1, and then the 5100 plants one through my drive wheel, blowing my tracks off. I repair fast and go for a side hug on the 5100. He refuses to shoot me for some reason, and this allows me to pick up a fairly simple kill on this guy, knocking out one of their best players in the game. Unfortunately, the fact that we both came down has meant we've lost the hill, and the E1 and Carnarvon decide to press the advantage. The T54E1 decides to empty his clip straight into Kusama, killing him in one clip. I fire on the move, punch one through his turret. Now I decide to use that impressive armour, the turret and sides, to try and side scrape and use Kusama's wreck to my advantage. The Carnarvon's poking me, and at this point I'm like, I need help. I'm 1v3 in theory. There's 3 tanks that have been spotted over here, and I decide that I could do with a bit of help. Luckily, I managed to, well, not luckily, I aim the shot well, and it flies true and straight through the Carnarvon's front drive wheel, tracking him in place. I put another one through, making sure it's fully aimed, and track him again with the retrack. He goes unspotted, being as he's behind the tree, and this kind of stops me from taking the next shot, because I rush, and it bounces off his well-angled upper plate, which, when angled upwards like that, is fairly strong. I then catch the E1, and I've seen that he's been reduced from 600 HP to just his 200, and decide maybe, well, I can one-shot him, so it's time to press home the advantage. Luckily for me, someone else takes the shot. The Leopard prototype takes the shot and kills him for me, so I don't have to try and bother with him. I see the E50 pressuring our PT-8 and decide to try and help him out. The long aim time though causes me to have a long aimed shot, and this nearly exposes me to some heavy fire from the Carnarvon. Luckily for me, he bounces off my upper or lower plate, one of these bounces, and I managed to plant a shot straight through his side, which is fairly weak in the British Tier 8 heavy tank, and kill him. As you can see now, we've reduced the odds from a 35%er to a 61%er. So it's looking very strong in our favour. All they have left is the E50, but he is a very good player and he is in a strong position. I spot the SU-122-44 and scope a shot. He goes invisible. I fire blind, and as he reappears, we see that we did in fact manage to penetrate our shot in his side, which is very good for us, and even better for us, we managed to bounce his return shell. So now I'm thinking I need to be aggressive here. I need to try and kill that Tiger. But the E50 is spotted, and I can't avoid the opportunity to take a shot at their best surviving player and the guy with the biggest chance of winning them the game. Unfortunately, much like when I was against the Carnarvon, the long aim time and bad accuracy makes me miss. I aim the second shot and it flies true straight into his side, causing him to come within the range of a one shot for us. I see him pull back, so I decide, let's go find the Tiger, let's kill him fast. Their E50's running away, so I've got all the time in the world to try and kill just that simple Tiger player, who is not the most impressive, but if I leave him to my rear, like I could have done, he could cause me some damage, which I don't want to take, obviously. No one wants to take damage, and the health you might lose could come in useful later on. I thought the Tiger may be behind this rock, but unfortunately I do not spot the Tiger, and the T-34-1 gets spotted instead. So in a moment of hesitation, I kind of dance around a bit and then decide I need to go back and help this 704. 704 plants a shot into the T-34-1 and then takes two, one off the E50, one off the T-34-1, before I even get a chance to fire a shot. I fire one, and unfortunately we roll fairly low. We roll 13 below our average damage, causing the E50 not the E50, sorry, the Object 704 to take even more damage. I fire the T-34-1, he dies. The Charioteer ammo racks. Charioteer on my team was also a very, very strong player, and he picked up 4 kills in this game. Here you see me asking for the Tiger. It's a bit of a scumbag move, really. I shouldn't ask, I should just go search. We have enough time. It doesn't matter, even if we don't find him, they have to cap or win. But I ask because I want the more damage, really, and it's a scumbag move, I admit. Luckily, well, kind of luckily and unluckily, I spot both in the same time. The T-30 SU-14-2 is there. I fire, clutch, hit him. He fires shotgun mode, hits me, does 700 damage to me in one shot, which, if I had possibly taken a few more of those shots earlier on in the game, would have caused me some major problems. Luckily for me, I swing my gun around and pick off the Tiger. So here you hopefully saw some advantages of the IS-5. Obviously, strong armor. The gun works fairly well, and the APCR allows you to pick off kind of a lot more clutch shots because it flies faster, obviously. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you're looking forward to more videos, please don't hesitate to press the subscribe button, post a comment, hit the like button, and I will think about bringing out an IS-5 review, because obviously it's a fairly rare tank and people may want to see how to fight it or how to play it. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching. Dat Noob Guy, signing out.